Hi, my name is Amanda Rocha. I am an estate planning and probate attorney in California, and today we are going to talk about when the deadline is to file a probate claim in California. Before we get into that, I want to give you my contact information because I am a probate attorney, and if you have any questions on this, please feel free to reach out to me. You can find me on my website, www.amandarocalaw.com. Or you can comment down below if this platform allows you to do that. Or finally, you can find me on social media at Amanda Rocha Law. The reason we are discussing this today is because the answer is not easy to find online. It's not as simple as typing into your browser, when is the deadline to file probate? Because what you're going to find is a zillion websites with different answers, even if you search with the terms in California. So first of all, what is probate and when do you need to file it? I have created podcasts and videos and blog posts about this, but if you don't want to go watch those, the very simple answer is if someone passes away and their personal and real property adds up to over $166,250 worth of items, and they are not held in a living trust, probate will be necessary. The exceptions are whether or not that property is held jointly with other people, or if it's a payable on death situation. In that case, probate won't be necessary for those particular items. So it's important to have an idea of what this person's estate looks like. And if you don't know, contact me. I will help you determine what to look for and what's counted as a probate asset and what is not. So now that you know what the threshold for probate is the process in which a judge will look at a will and distribute property based on what the will says, or determine that a person passed away without a will and distribute property by law. Sometimes what happens is someone doesn't know that they have to file probate. And oftentimes people don't know who should file probate, how that works, and that is why probate attorneys are here. We're here to help you. This is what I do. Call me with any questions. The deadline, the question of the day, when do we need to do this? Well, the answer is very complicated because there really isn't a clear answer. There are deadlines for different parts of probate and things that need to be done. However, there is no hard deadline that says, I need to file a probate petition by X number of days after someone has passed away, or my knowledge of someone passing away. There isn't any kind of rule that says that. There is a rule that says if you are the custodian of someone's will, which means not necessarily the representative that they've named or the person that's going to be in charge of the will, just the person who holds on to it to have a copy, you have 30 days from your knowledge of that person's death to file a copy of that with the county clerk in the probate court where that person passed away. What happens if you don't, or if you're late? Well, there isn't an automatic penalty. But what could happen is if you wait too long and someone claims that they were harmed by that financially, then you could be held liable as a custodian for any damages that arise out of delaying beyond that 30 days. Other than that, there are other timelines, and let me just show you all of these different timelines that we have that I refer to often. They're not all as easy. So I'm going to look at a few and just read them off, and it'll kind of show you why the answer is not clear, okay? If you want to use the decedent who passed away, the decedent's genetic material for conception, so if let's say they are a male who has frozen sperm in a sperm bank and you want to use that material to create a child after they've passed away, you need to file something within 4 months of issuance of the death certificate, or if entry of a judgment determining the person's death occurs, whatever one happens first. So there are things like that in here. This could also apply to if someone has frozen their eggs and someone wanted to use those eggs. Other issues, if there's a liability issue with someone's property and you want to impose liability on that person, you have to file notice within 3 years, of either discovering there was a fraud or 3 years after the distribution of property. So, I mean, there are dozens of deadlines in this document that I refer to constantly. And none of them say you have to file a petition for probate within X number of days. There is nothing that says that in California, but just know that if you are aware that someone had a will and they passed away and you don't know who holds on to the will, then maybe you need to contact an attorney to work with you on that. Or if you don't know that they had a will and you don't know of anybody else who's going to file a petition for probate and you are a family member or somebody who you think is going to be a beneficiary, then you can file a petition for probate. It doesn't cost you any money to hire a lawyer. There's a filing fee of $435, and some counties charge a little bit more, but that money can be taken out of the estate once the estate is distributed. So it might be a very temporary amount of money, but probate attorneys are not the kind of attorneys that take a retainer, because probate attorneys get paid from the estate. So just contact someone, ask questions, be proactive. Don't sit on it for a year or 2 years. Things could happen, and you want to make sure that this is resolved as soon as possible. Please feel free to reach out to me if you're in California. Even if you aren't in my county, I can give you some answers. And I practice estate planning as well, so we can prevent you ever having to worry about probate in the future all throughout California. It doesn't matter what county you're in. You can find me on my website, www.amandarocalaw.com. You can find me on social media at Amanda Rocha Law, or you can comment down below if this platform allows you to do that. Thank you.